guys, it's Calvin, Cartoon Company, down under in New Zealand. I'm with one of my mates here, Eddie. We spent a bit of time wiring up this truck of his, and it's a pretty cool wagon. First thing I happened to hit when I just jumped into it, because I haven't actually seen the truck before, I wired it without the truck, made all the looms. Eddie was in the armed forces here in New Zealand, and he put it all together. And he's responsible for most of the work on this truck, which is pretty bloody cool. But the very first thing I noticed when I jumped in is this. Check it out. It's got a bench seat with a folding centre. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen a bench seat with a folding centre over here in New Zealand. Normally we get a fixed back, so straight away, that was pretty cool. In the cabin, it's a pretty normal Surf. It's running an auto. He's managed to steal a Lexus steering wheel and fit that up. And it's got this really cool little gauge. As we're bouncing around, we also see that there's possibly the hint of some extra power potential under the bonnet when we see this little unit here. I have my suspicions. I actually already know that there's a supercharger under the bonnet because he was planning on that the whole time. We wired up a link storm into it, and it was a big learning curve for Eddie, and he was great to work. Once he's finished driving, we'll have a bit of a chat to him. We'll have a look around this truck. Just a normal Surf, looking good. Where'd you actually get the steering wheel?
Just trade me. Just wanted a black steering wheel. It's a Lexus engine, so I was going to put a Lexus badge on it.
Dusty, you can see we've been here. Well, it's dusty here today. Did you pop the bonnet?
Yeah, it's got mattress.
Oh, right. Ta-da! I should have brought my box with me because I'm struggling to see.
Yeah, it's quite high.
Want to turn it off? Did the cert man insist on a cover over your pulley?
Yeah.
Even though you've got a bonnet?
Yeah, and that's why I had to lift the bonnet up just a little bit just to make room for that. Otherwise the bonnet closes fine.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just one of the silly rules that you go, yes sir, and you do as you're told.
Yeah, yeah. He said people could put their hands in it. I'm like, yeah, but the bonnet's going to be closed. So.
Yep, right. Tell us about it. What charge is that?
M122. M122 Supercharger with a 70mm throttle body.
Oh, yep.
Just the AEM water meth kit coming pretty much straight in.
So, water meth before the throttle body?
Yeah, water meth injected before the throttle body. Got the inlet air temperature just behind the throttle body, just before it goes in.
Yep. And some bigger injectors in there, of course.
Yeah,
what?
750cc injectors.
Some 750s. Yep. And the intake manifold is what? Whose is that one?
That was the one I got a Fuel Mate with the billet adapter plate.
Yep. Okay. Got North Shore?
Yep.
Yep. And so most of the wiring in here, Eddie and I did, and Eddie fitted it all up. We were planning for the supercharger to go in, and so it was all modified as an NA setup, but ready for that supercharger. And performance-wise, how do you think compared to NA, of course you drove it NA.
Yeah.
And now you've got it supercharged. What are your thoughts on it?
It's just more responsive. Yeah. Got more top end.
Yep. When it was on the dyno, approximately what sort of power?
It's been hub dynoed at 240 kilowatts.
Yep.
With the water meth. It's been roller dynoed with the 33 by 12.5 inch tires, and it drops it down to about 200 and something.
Yep.
Just over 200 kilowatts.
And what sort of boost were you putting into it?
It was 9 psi.
So not a heap.
Yeah, so there was room to put. There's heaps of room in the revs, and there was room to put a bit more smaller pulley on it.
Because you brought this truck with the Lexus in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the auto, and it was a real mess.
Yeah. It just wasn't running smooth. The auto was just in limp mode, not shifting at all properly.
Yep. And so I'd already had the radiator moved forward, because this has all been cut.
Yep.
And that's all been moved forward, so...
Yeah, it had the radiator moved forward, and I did I put air conditioning back into it, because it had air conditioning deleted, and I put it back into it.
Yeah, it's nice to have those luxuries, isn't it? The bars were all on it. They were all part of...
Yep.
And so at one point it's, of course, designed to have a winch in there. Eddie's also got a set of my headers in there. They've looked like they fitted up pretty good.
Yeah.
They fitted up okay on the...
Yep, oh fine.
Like anything that, you know, sometimes need a bit of a tweak. Eddie used the ones that didn't have a cone collector. The same ones that are on Old Yeller. And so he welded on a flange on the back, and then the exhaust went through. Which, did you just recently do have an exhaust fitted?
Yeah, the exhaust was the last thing I had done for the last dyno.
And what size is the exhaust? You remember?
I think you put a 2.5 inch.
So it didn't go really, really big.
No, because I wanted it to be like fun. This is for a daily drive, so I wanted it to be comfortable to drive in, not too loud. And when you're cruising, you can barely hear it. Because I've lined the whole internals of the truck with dyno liner and everything.
Cool. Something for us that's really important is making it all legal. So that's all sorted. It's got plenty of stuff written on there. For me, making sure a vehicle is legal to be used on the road is really, really important. You don't want to do this and compromise your safety or someone else's safety by not keeping it legal. And it just goes through those checks and get other people to check over everything is bang on and what it should be.
At the rear.
You've got some 37?
Yeah, 37 by 14.5 spit on it. But I've just got a little bit of rub here, so if I do a little bit of a body lift just at the rear, then that'll be fine.
So it's got suspension, it's got big springs in it. I see some big springs in there.
Yeah.
So it's got some lift in the springs.
Yeah. It's got a 50mm coil spring lift and a 50mm body lift. And I just need a little bit more at the back.
Right, yep. And it's got the old sliders along the side.
Yeah.
They're fairly substantial, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very, very substantial. He's just got his road tyres on at the moment. Again. So the front, the IFS from the Surf has all been cut out. And we've got a set of coil springs in the front. I'm pretty sure I saw on the cert plate that it was Prado.
Yeah, 70 series Prado.
So it's 70 series Prado front end being cut into there. And we've got power steer cooler or trans cooler?
It's trans cooler.
Trans cooler, air conditioning.
Oh, no, you're right, that one's power steering. Trans
power steer.
Underneath down there, and then air conditioning next to it.
Oh, you got a power steer, you got a...
Yeah, trans is that
one
there. Yeah.
Oh, is that trans, is it? Okay. Yep.
One's power steering.
It's got coolers in the front anyway.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I've got the pump secure between the wheel well, and it's got its own cover just to keep it safe from the weather, so it's underneath that.
Oh, yep. How do you go on water meth? How much does it use? What's your sort of usage of it?
Well, it only kicks in at 3 psi, so if you're cruising, you're not going to use anything. It's only when you're really putting your foot down is it going to use it.
Yep.
And it barely uses any when I'm just driving around normally.
Yep. And fuel economy wise, what?
It'll be, I've owned a couple of V8s before. I've owned a Jeep Grand Cherokee 4.7 litre V8, and I've owned a BMW 745i 4.4 litre V8. I'd say it's just a little bit worse than those, just probably with the aftermarket tune and everything.
Yep.
But cruising, with most V8s or big litre V8, this if you're driving around town and you're putting your foot down every now and then, you're going to chew through the gas, and as soon as you get on the open road, it's fairly normal.
Yeah, that's right. And of course this one didn't have the wide body kit, so it's had to have the rubbers put onto it. Again, as part of our cert process, we have to make sure that our guards cover our wheels and go over our wheels. Not like when you go off around the world or you go to the US or Hawaii and the big wheels sticking out wide. We simply can't do that without having guards over them. The cops will just pull you over and then they'll sticker it, make you leave the road pretty much instantly. And they're being really hard on four-wheel drives at the moment. But something like this, all legal, warranted, registered, all safe, all good. Rear diff wise, it's all standard diff.
Yep.
So that's still standard.
Yeah, I recently had the bearings and brakes all redone just before the cert, because part of the certification process with repowering, you've got to pass a brake test, which is they take it up to 100 k's 3 times in a row, and you've got to stop within, I think it's a little bit less than 4 seconds.
Yes.
So I had to do a bit of shielding around the brake lines with the new exhaust manifold and stuff.
Yep, 100 mils before we need shields. And yeah, you've got to stop quickly. The last Hilux I did. Hilux brakes are marginal for our certs over here.
Yeah.
We really can, they've got to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I had to go through all the brakes, get them all sorted. And it was actually really funny because the cert man jumps out and he was curled over, and I was like, oh. I was like, what's up? And because he said he'd had a sore stomach.
Yeah.
He's like, the brakes are fine, but he caught his testicles as he jumped out on the seat. I thought I was going to fail for crossing testicles, but we were okay. We were good like that. And drive shaft hoops, of course, under there.
Yep.
So that's all done.
Yeah, and it passes brake tests on these tyres. I didn't have small ones on or cheater or anything, so these are the tyres that passed on.
Yep, which are a big tyre. Again, that
Yeah.
makes a big difference. That makes it a lot harder to pass cert with bigger wheels. You don't mind the road tyres in the 33s? Or 33s?
They're the biggest all-terrain tyres I could get, because as soon as you go bigger, you get to just mud tyres and it's just noisy.
And it sucks fuel.
Yeah, and it's
Chunky
the tyres
tyres
down real fast.
are going to kill your fuel consumption. So it might look a bit funny for this, but it's going to do the job that you want to do.
Yeah.
Eddie's actually just leaving the North Island. He's driving his truck back to the South Island because he's moved, and he called in to say hello and have a catch up, which is really good. As I said, I haven't seen this truck. We've talked. We catch up every now and then when I've been dropping off parts, but we haven't actually had a chance to see his truck in person. So that's really cool to do that. So thanks for coming to see me.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, actually when I get down there, I'm probably, since circumstances have changed and this was a project to learn on, now I'm bought a house and having an uneconomical car is not part of that plan, so I might end up on treatment in a couple of weeks after I get down.
Right. South Island, the boys will love this, something like this. They'll put the big tyres on it, go forward driving, because it's ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll probably put the 37x14.5s on it for the listing.
Yep.
And leave them on it for that.
Because they still fit on those rims?
Yep.
So
yep, they'll go back on those rims and it's suited for those rims, so it'll still be completely road legal with those tyres on it.
yeah, so yeah, with our cert process, they cert the rim size, so we can change tyres when you're certed, but the rims have to stay as they should be. So look out for it. If you're after a truck, Eddie's got one may have one for sale. Anything's for sale at the right price.
Yeah. It basically changes you can paint it onto the carpet or to the plastic or everything.
Yep. Because that looks really good. That
all
looks.
matte black internal, like the whole roof and everything is all matte black.
It is too.
And the carpet, I pulled the whole carpet out and rug doctored it and everything, just cleaned everything and then painted it all.
You've taken some time, eh?
Yeah.
Taking some time.
Yeah, and you can see the dyno liner for everything.
Yeah, that makes it so much nicer.
Couple of grand of dyno liner throughout the whole thing.
And hours of time.
Yeah.
That's why it's so quiet.
Yeah.
That's like coming down here, it's nice and quiet and very, very subtle.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did you enjoy setting up the link
Yeah.
and learning?
Yeah, quite like the link.
So in the future you can do a lot more. And you put in the gauges yourself?
Yep.
So you were able to communicate and get that sorted?
Yep.
All yourself? That's good.
Yeah, that gauge in the dash that I put in there is really good because you can connect it up Wi-Fi with your phone, you can change the settings, you can have it display 4 different settings.
Yeah,
Great.
that's a really cool thing. That's
Change it
really
on the
neat.
fly.
Really neat. What are all these ones?
These are just I don't know why I think it's just a filler tank. I don't know why they put that there. It's kind of like an overflow filler tank, but then they've also got it plumbed in off the
heater.
As well. I don't know why they did that.
That's off there. Oh, okay. It's just a bleeder thing because it's off the. There's the factory bleeder in there. It's a little bit strange, isn't it?
So it just makes it easier to fill it up from empty. So you
Yeah.
can bleed it out there.
Well, it works.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Cool. Looks really good in there. Like, and those headers fit lovely.
A bit of all the extra sensors, so you got a fuel pressure sensor and everything.
Looks like they fit nicely. Very nice. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Brings the little labels up there. That is awesome, isn't it? You don't really need the other boost stage now.
That was just for tuning before I got there.
Yeah. We're fine just to park down here, even in two-wheel drive. Especially with the auto. You'll bump down here just fine.
Yeah.
This is the middle of the farm. I don't think you've been here, eh?
I think we came here once in another.
Did we? Oh yeah.
Just once.
This is where we go four-wheel driving up in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can go.
Our playground. There's tracks up in here and through there.
Oh yeah.
And this is where the Suzuki got drowned recently.
Down in there.
Yeah, my brother decided to try and see these. How there's like a land bridge over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it was still deeper than he thought it was. Yeah.
No.
Fitting up the charger kit was okay.
Yep.
And
There was a bit of issue getting needed like an adapter pulley to bolt onto the frame just for getting the serpentine belt to fit around everything.
Yep. But you found that and sorted that out?
Yeah, my dad works at an engineering firm, and we had their machinist make something for us.
Your mechanical skills would have increased greatly.
Yeah.
Your knowledge
Yeah.
when you do a job like this, eh? And I'd say you've got plenty of injector left at 750.
Yeah.
Realistic, you should have plenty left.
They weren't really running out of everything. They could have pushed it more. They could have pushed the revs out a bit more. They could have put more boost on it, but I just wanted something that was reliable in a daily drive, so no need to. There's plenty of power with this.
And I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong, where they go ultimately for power,
Yeah.
when in fact what you're trying to get is smooth, nice manners, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And the power, whatever power you get is what you get.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
actually
the
care.
instant reliable power. Like I don't need to be ringing it out all the time.
Yeah. Now in 10 years' time, this truck will still be going beautifully
Yeah.
and very conservatively tuned, not pushed to the within inches of its life.
Yeah.
And it starts and goes every time you want it to.
Yep.
And I love this bench seat. That is definitely cool.
Yeah, I had to go to the bench seat. I actually had I originally had a couple of 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee black leather seats.
Yep.
They're really comfortable and they just fit in here. The problem is if you're even a little bit taller than me, your head was going to be bashing against the ceiling. Just
Right.
even with them installed as low as possible, you just couldn't get them down low enough. So
Right.
I went to the bench.
Not a problem that I have, ever. I get excited when I hit my head. Temp wise, it sits at 95 most of the time.
Yep.
Even open road cruising, 95.
Yeah, it'll probably drop at open road cruising just because you have the extra airflow.
Yep.
But I've never seen the water temps over 100.
Okay.
And the highest inlet temps I've seen is around 60. But I mean, as soon as you give it a bit of water meth, then it cools right down. So
Yeah, that's
it
right.
drops to like 30, 20.
Yeah, so that water meth really is doing its job.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should go for a rock down the road. I think we should go up on the open road actually. Go for a road trip. like this, you wouldn't know it's supercharged.
Yeah.
You'd have no idea, would you? It's just a 1uz that goes nice.
Yeah.
But when you put your foot down, when you put your foot down, it got growling.
Screams, yeah.
Yeah, it got angry. There's a big fear for your life bank over there though.
Yeah.
Okay, just remember that, because it's a long way down.
Let's get into the bank.
It gets up and moves pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's like 100 k's just like that.
Yeah. Get to 70 in first gear without breaking a red line.
Like, I don't think the camera's going to show how fast that actually accelerates and how smooth that was, because it was just like zip, zip, zip.
Yeah, you don't notice it. You don't notice how fast you're going because it's so smooth.
Yeah.
And the truck is really stable for on the road, like it doesn't wobble or warp at all. For the type of lift it's got, it's the most stable on-road truck I've ever driven.
Yeah, often with a solid front end, they're a bit wandery,
Yeah.
and it's, I can see you're not fighting on that steering wheel at all. I think with the auto too, going too big in the exhaust makes them really drony.
Oh yeah.
Like this is pushing the limits of what I'd like to be drony,
Yeah.
but with the windows up, it'd be really nice. And
Yeah.
like here, just silent,
Yeah.
beautiful, really nice. That's cool. We'll go to the top of the passing lanes. Standing at 3,000 RPM and she's just ticking over, isn't it? It's a torque monster, eh?
Yeah.
Massive amounts of torque there.
Yeah.
Like, flying me up this hill, it may as well be flat ground. Because it was just effortless.
Yeah.
Absolutely effortless.
Great. You can sit in fourth, just cruising around any sort of hills. It doesn't. You don't have to change down to keep your speed or anything. Yeah, I think the dyno spit it out at 600 newton-meters of torque.
Yeah.
It was pretty much through the whole rev range, like with their torque multiplier at the start, and then the loop, and it just sits
Yeah.
there.
And actually understanding how a torque converter works makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you get massive gulps of torque, and then the charger comes in and it just holds it on for the whole range. It's like just having a big cube engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've dropped down quite considerably.